And how does the traditional recruiting industry work?
Yeah, it's a good question. You know, the industry's been around for about 50 years. The traditional third party, you know, I'll pay 25 to 30% placement fees on the candidates that you find for me. It really hasn't kept pace with the larger talent acquisition industry, though. So if I were to give you just a really quick overview, when I started a decade ago, everything was in the newspapers, and it had been that way for hundreds of years.
Sure.
Just the last 10 years, we've seen a major shift, the rise and some would say fall of job boards. Aggregators like Indeed, social media like Instagram and LinkedIn, and then there's been an entire separate industry of software that's been born. HCMs, applicant tracking systems like Taleo and Workday. The one thing that really hasn't changed, though, is the traditional third-party model.
Sure.
They really haven't kept pace, and I think Vested is in a really interesting place to be able to revolutionize that.
All right, I want to touch on transparency. So if I'm a business, I can see behind the scenes. How have there been problems with recruiters in the past, and where do you see the friction in the traditional model that you're going to solve?
Yeah, so when we spoke earlier, I mentioned that I had been working with thousands of companies over the past decade plus. A lot of times when I would talk about their usage of third parties, they were disgruntled with a few things. They were obviously just upset about the cost. It's very expensive. 25 to 30% is very expensive.
Definitely.
But they also didn't really know what was happening. Were these companies still working on their role? Sometimes they hadn't seen candidates in 3 or 4 weeks. They weren't sure where things were progressing, if they were progressing. So with Vested, we're giving each one of our customers access to their own dashboard so that they can see everything that's happening behind the scenes. When we started the search, if we've stopped the search, how many candidates are in their talent pool, how many of them have been contacted, what the response rates look like, how your branded job is performing, a variety of different things really to help you and your hiring managers or your team identify how close we are to landing a candidate, and frankly, so you know that we're doing the things that we should be doing and not saying we're relying on some quote-unquote secret sauce or relationships to try and get these roles filled for you. Hi, this is Andy. I hope you enjoyed watching the interview about my company Vested. Right now we're offering a promotion, 10 free sourced candidates to help you fill that next important job.